knew it was here.
Sir, weather's disrupting the signal, but we'll be able to teleport him onto the rig's main deck.
Dr. Hayden, ready to launch the package, sir.
Whenever you're ready. We cannot regain control of Urdak without the Seraphim's help. You broke the seal when you awakened the icon of sin in their world. The balance between their two dimensions has been broken with the demons now in control of Urdak.
Portal ready in 3, 2...
Welcome back to the Doom Eternal Podcast. I'm Kermit, and today we're going to be talking... Okay. I already got started with that. Alright, Adam, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Alright, so it's been a while since we've talked, okay? It's been like half a week maybe since we did the blood swamps. And we've taken a break, a lot of stuff has happened. I'm completely exhausted. And you know what? And I decided, you know what? I'm exhausted. Let's record the podcast.
Great idea.
So, what have you done today?
What have I done today? Well, I played Doom Eternal today. I played a bit of Doom 64 and a few of the classic old Doom games because why not? I mean, sometimes you just want to go back and just play the old classic Doom games, except for Doom 3.
Yeah. It's Doom 3. All right. So.
All right. We're talking about today. Yeah. We're talking about the Holt today, right? Okay.
Okay. I have to say this because I'm going to. I can't say this, but for some reason they wrote in the script Urdak but cooler because it has epic purple skin lol poggers growls angrily. So Adam, we're not gonna continue until you say that. And growl angrily.
Okay, hold up. Let me get my water. Let me get ready. Alright. You look at this. The Holt. It's just like Urdak, but cooler because it has the epic purple skin, lol poggers.
Okay, you're furry now. Alright, let's get started.
No!
I knew you. I caught you in 4K.
But you didn't catch me in 80K. Oh.
Is that even a thing?
No, it's not. But anyways, let's get into this.
You know what? Since you did that, you get the privilege of starting. Okay. What? We go through the same. In case you left mid podcast, we go through a couple categories in the same order every single level, and we give our own opinions and our own banter. And we're gonna start with design. So, what do you think about the Holt?
I think, despite it, I'm gonna go ahead and say the con of it. It's just like it's just Urdak, but it's purple and it looks a bit cooler. Like it's cooler than Urdak, but it's still Urdak, if that makes sense. It's cooler than Urdak, but you could still tell it's still Urdak.
Yeah.
But I think the design of it's pretty cool. I like the platforming and stuff like that. I really enjoyed the platforming in that level. That's all I pretty much have to say for it. I mean, I enjoyed the design is pretty cool. Just it being, still Urdak. But I think it's pretty cool. Platforming is pretty good. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say for it.
The things I like about it is the fact that even though it's, I loved Erdak's design, and that's just a pro in my book, you know. That's just a, and it's even though it's Erdak, it still feels like a different level, even though it's just Erdak, because there's a different color palette. It's always purple. There's the red trees are everywhere. There's weird jellyfish creatures.
Yeah.
And you know, that's pretty cool. I never expected that to be in Erdak. Did you play through Erdak on the campaign and was like, oh man, wouldn't it be cool if there's big giant jellyfish spawning and we get to jump on them in a platforming puzzle? Man, I'm expecting that in the DLC. But, you know, I liked it. Alright, but here's what I don't like about it. It's just Erdak.
It's like they took, if like, it's almost like, you know how like, someone would be like, hey, can I copy your answers? And then you're like, here, I'll change it up a little bit. That's what, like, that's how the Holt is. It's like a copy and paste of Erdak. They just changed it a little bit.
Exactly. It's not like that in most areas, but in some areas it does feel like that a little bit. You know,
yeah.
A lot of the like assets in Erdak are just used again.
Yeah. My con for it is that, well, like I said, it's like Erdak, but like cooler. But you could still tell in like some areas it's still Erdak, like you said.
Yeah.
And like just several areas just feel like you're on Erdak. Like some areas, like you don't even notice you're on the Holt sometimes. Like sometimes you think you're on Erdak. That's how it feels sometimes.
Yeah. I also didn't like how some of the I feel like one or two of the arenas felt a lot like Erdak's, but you know. I mean, all of the arenas have the same like format as Erdak's. It's more small. They're more smaller, but they're like they've got multiple floors for the choke point.
Jesus Christ, that's Jason Bourne.
And stuff. And you know, that's very present in this level, which is cool, and they're not copy and paste, they're just, I don't know. each level in the normal campaign is very distinct, but the Holt is like very similar to Urdak. Forgive us if we like manage to forget a bunch of things. The Holt to us. Okay, I'm just gonna get that right out of the way. In my opinion, I think the Holt is the most least is the level I remember the least about the DLC.
Yeah, I would say so too.
So it's my memory's a little fuzzy with it, but you know, I do like the shrubbery. You know how like there was red trees in Urdak? They're everywhere now. I like that. I like the scenery. I think they nailed it. It's just I don't know. It's way too similar to Urdak still.
Yeah, I fully agree with that. That's about. I mean, there's really nothing else to really say other than like, it's cool. Like, it's cooler than Urdak, but at the same time, it's just like in some areas you feel like you're on Urdak instead of like the Holt.
Yeah.
That's really all I have to say about this. But the design is still pretty cool, though.
Alright. So, let's get into some story stuff now. Because we're not going to talk about the ending, but we are going to talk about the character's role in this level. You know how, like, Vega comes back? And how, in that cutscene before the level starts with the intern? What'd you think about that?
You're talking about the scene where the Doom guy has the Dark Lord sphere in his hands and he comes back onto the carrier ship with it. I think that was just that really just him just like at the ending of Blood Swamps where he just takes the Dark Lord sphere and takes it with him. That just shocked me enough. But that also shocked me where he just comes back to the carrier ship with the Dark Lord sphere and like the face the people had on their face was very shocked too, and that's my exact expression they had on their face is on my face.
I just like when Doom Guy is just interacting with the other humans. And I remember like the captain of the ship being like, "Oh my god, everyone evacuate!" But the intern is just in the back like, "Okay, I'll open the portal for you."
I think he knows that Doom Guy doesn't really give a crap about really anything, so he's just kind of used to it. So he's like,
he's literally, but you gotta think about it. He's literally carrying the way to. He's literally carrying Satan.
Yeah.
And he's just like, okay, ready to launch, Doom Guy.
I mean, I think that the Doom Guy has done some crazy stuff, so it probably wasn't really surprising to him.
I mean,
I do like him, but he also probably knew what the Doom Guy was probably planning.
Yeah. He even said that he's like, you're not going to summon the Father. You're going to kill the Hell's leader. It's the only way. It's because technically, if you think about it, if he summoned the Father, I think we talked about this. The Father would have cleansed Urdak, but the demons would still be an issue, and they could always be exploited, just like with Olivia and Mars in 2016. They can always escape from their domain, but with the Dark Lord killed, they're stuck there, basically.
Yep.
So yeah, I understand the motivation, but not everything is good. Can you say your opinion about what they did to Vega and AKA the Father?
You're talking about how Vega is the Father?
And how he, and what he, like, his role in the story past this point.
I think it, like, knowing, like, like now knowing that he's the father and stuff like that, it's just really it really puts a smile on my face for some reason. I don't know why, but it really does.
Why's that? You don't know why?
No, I don't really know why. It's just like when I knew that Vega was the father, I don't know why. It just put a smile on my face. It was just, I don't know. Because like usually I felt like he had like a kind of a different role, because like his role was like usually like the assistant for the Slayer and stuff, but now it's kind of like it kind of like changed a bit. That's why.
Kinda like,
I mean, I loved it. Yeah, like I like that. It's like a switch up. I mean, he's still. I mean, don't get me wrong. I loved him as an assistant, and I love Vega. But like, just seeing that role kind of switch up a little bit, I really like that.
Yeah. The only thing I don't like about it is Intern replaces Vega, which is fine, but you know it's hard to replace Vega.
Yeah, it's very hard to replace Vega.
Samuel Hayden did an okay job at it, but now, you know, he's the Seraphim. And, you know, you have to...
for some reason, I'm not used to him really being the assistant. I'm used to him, like in 2016, you saw him a lot, like face to face. But in this game, you really don't, you don't really see him face to face. It's like, he's like the assistant. He's like Vega now, but
which we're not going to talk about the campaign right now. But the decisions they made, we'll talk about in a later podcast. If we talk about the campaign, that's going to be a long one. But for right now, let's just focus on the DLC. But that's basically the story, and of course, most of the story that happens in this level happens at the boss fight and happens at the end. But we're not going to talk about that right now. So let's talk about the music, because this is the most controversial to me.
Intern! I got a big ball! Oh, it's a big ball, everyone! Intern! Why did we stop the podcast? That montage sucked balls! Well, because AJ's burnt out! He didn't try as hard this time. Well, why? Well, he should have made it longer at least, but it is longer. Oh. Well, can we get back to the podcast now? Okay.
But what? I remember you saying to me that you like the music. What do you mean?
Okay, hold on. Let me clarify. The ambient soundtracks, they set the mood for the level. I think they did a good job on the ambient soundtracks. But when you get into like arena fights and stuff like that, and the music that plays in, I don't know, it's just not like as good as like the first 2 levels, because I feel like they had a good ambient soundtrack. It was very decent, but they also had a good soundtrack for like the arena fights. But with this, it had good, like pretty good like ambient soundtracks for like to set the mood and stuff. But like when you get into an arena, the music that plays is just not very good.
It's hard to say it's bad.
It's not the worst thing in the world, but like the first 2 levels definitely did better on that, I will say.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I can't say a whole lot about ambient music because I'm not a big fan of it. I love the Blood Swamps though.
Yeah, the Blood Swamps has a pretty good.
But like the action, the arena music, I don't think it really flows as well as the other 2 levels. Like, I'm not saying it's bad. It's hard to say it's bad because come on, it's Andrew Holstroll and David Levy. Those are really cool people and good artists. But I don't know. I feel like they could have done it better.
Yeah.
Talking about music is kind of a short topic.
Yeah, unless if you know like if you're like a big music nerd and you like know every instrument that's in that instrumental and stuff like that, then it's probably gonna be a long topic. But I'm not like, I'm very smooth brain, so.
But I do like the music. It's just nowhere near as good as the other 2 levels. And again, it can't. The other cons still are there. Like here, like you can go over them in case they forgot.
I don't like. I don't know. I don't really know. It's just the ambient soundtracks are good. Like, are pretty dang good.
And they kind of have to be quiet because they're ambient.
Yeah, but it's just the arena fights soundtrack that comes in and it plays. It doesn't flow well. It doesn't, like, it's good, but like I feel like the first 2 levels just did it better. That's just my opinion.
And there's also the issue. Hold on a second. There's also the issue of I don't know if he said this or not. But there's also just the fact that the music is just way too quiet, which is it's in every level. Every level's music. I reluctantly say that. I'm reluctant to say that, but it does bring it down a little bit. It's just too quiet, and it's not mixed in a way like mix is.
Yeah, which I'm not very disappointed in. That's not what I'm disappointed in. Like, it's very hard to be as good as Mick or mix it as well as him. Which it's very, like, it was just so creative and he did it so differently and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's very hard to do it as well as he did it.
Yeah.
So I wasn't expecting it to be as good as Mix or better. But I'll tell you this right now, it's pretty dang good.
Alright. So, this is the portion where we start talking about the new demon and the demon placement. But let's talk about demon placement first, because the new demon in this level, oh my god. I love him. Let's talk about demon placement first. So, what do you think about the way demons are used in this level? Do you think they were used good or bad?
I think the demon placement is pretty good in this level. Like, it just, like, in this level, like, every corner you literally turn, always a demon, like, there. Like, you could literally walk down this little path, and then all of a sudden a freaking arachnotron pops out of freaking nowhere. Out of the freaking corner.
Yeah.
I know.
Let me think of another example, like when every corner, like there's this one part where you like got finished with a big arena, and then there's a turret sniper up in like a cliff edge, and there's carcasses and tentacles everywhere. I don't know if you remember that part, but I remember that part a lot because the turret was okay. We gave a lot of crap to the turret because they didn't use it very well. But as a sniper up in like a big, tall cliff area where it's hard to really aim at it, that's a good way to use it.
Yeah.
And that's another example of how it's used. But,
Yeah.
You know, Blood Swamps kind of failed in that department, but you know, whatever. So what else did you like about the demon placement?
I don't know. It's just like.
Moments?
I'll tell you one, or I'll probably tell you several. One is there's 2 rooms. If you take the left, there's just a bunch of pinkies that spawn. I don't know. I really like that room because it shocked me. Because when I entered that room, and then I saw all the pinkies spawn, I literally freaked out and panicked.
Are you talking about the room where if you go the other way, there's a bunch of shield dudes?
Yep. I'm talking about that.
Yeah. And it's not like it's unbalanced either. There's a bunch of blood punch spawns.
Yeah, but like, I don't know. That room in particular, just seeing all those pinkies spawn in and they charge at you is just it made me go into panic mode. I also liked the arena where they introduced the Blood Angel.
Again, we'll get into that in a bit, though.
I also like, that like big arena, just like in the middle. You know what I'm talking about, right? It's like a big arena, and it's like in the middle.
Yeah, the one that's like has like a bunch of waves of enemies.
Yep.
I'm trying to remember like what's after, like what comes before that. It's just that like there's like a couple of big arenas, and that's like the second big one, right?
Yeah.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But what I really like about the demon placement is, holy crap, this level's hard. Some parts are just freaking absurd at times.
I can't believe you've done this.
Like,
Yeah.
the bridge fight with the spirited tyrant. Now, whether that's a good thing or not, that was really hard. In my opinion, it is, but to others, it's not. The only problem I have with it is because it's right before the boss fight. But we'll get into that later. You don't want to go into a boss fight exhausted from a big arena. You know what I mean? And then there's that first arena. You know, where it spawns a marauder and a tyrant at the end. I don't know. hated that.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I didn't enjoy that either.
But that's not necessarily a bad thing. I just really like the difficulty in this level. But I've been itching to talk about the new demon.
And the Ark recorded all of it. The Dark Lord can't be killed until he takes physical form. They're going to have to accept you because anyone who earned the right to acquire a life sphere in the swamp are free to pass through into the Luminarium and insert whichever sphere they have. Effectively, you could awake anyone in there and they'll actually have to help you do it.
Slayer! For too long you have invoked the ancient god's wrath. Us bloodmakers are here to punish you. Wait, what is that? What is that music? No, is this a mini montage? No, we're supposed to be powerful. No, you can't do this to us. Slayer, I have you.
I got you now, Slayer!
I have you now!
I have you now, Slayer!
Time to throw my spear! Cut the dang music! You think you're so funny, Slayer. But just wait till you get to the boss battle. Wait, why is the music starting back up? Wait a second. No, the boss battle's supposed to be hard. No, please, no, we're supposed to be able to kill you.
I have you now, Slayer. Ow.
You imbecile! I have you now!
I have you now, Slayer! Doomslayer, look at my big old muscles. I'm so much stronger than you. I got a big old, girthy...
How about you start with the new demon? I want to start talking about
I love, like, this demon's design itself. It's just really good. It's like completely, like, original, and so is, like, the turret, because the turret's design is original too, but, like, I really enjoyed this, but I didn't really enjoy, like, the turret's design a whole lot, because it was just, like,
it's real simple.
It was simple. It's just an eyeball that came out and stuff like that. But with this, it was so freaking cool. It's red. Like, that's one thing. I love red. I love the color red, and it just looked really cool. It's a complete original design. Kind of the same with the spirit, but they kind of took the design of the summoner, and they kind of from like 2016 and stuff like that. So it's not like the concept of it and what it does is completely original, but like the design of it is not. With the Blood Angel, the design, I just really enjoy the design of it, like, all around. I think they did an amazing job with the design. And I also like how they implemented it, like, into the gameplay, because, like, it really, it can, like, and this is kind of a con. If it's like by itself, it's nothing. Like, but like if it's in like a big arena with like a group of demons, holy frick, that thing will freaking eat your freaking penis off.
Like, it's yeah, by themselves they're nothing, but like in an arena, because you have to focus on so many things, it's hard to focus on him, and you kind of have to focus on him, because if you don't, he's going to shoot you with his spears or his big beam attack, and he's going to slow you down. All of his attacks slow you down. And that's not a good thing in a fast-paced game. It's a punishment for not respecting him.
Yes.
But, yeah, I agree. One thing I like about him is, well, side note, one good thing for you, Adam, is he has 2 jaws, and that's good for Rule 34 artists, okay? Like
yes.
Yeah.
Also, time to start drawing.
Okay. Okay. Also, one thing I just really like, is how they managed. I don't know how they did this in a DLC, but they managed to add a demon that has glory kills. And you know, Adam knows that I'm all about the glory kills. I love ripping a demon in half and shoving its. I like to shove its own arms down its throat. You know, like with the whiplash with its bone. You like break its bone off and then shove it down the freaking. But anyway, I just love that this demon has glory kills, and I love how it's introduced early on in the level, and so that way it can be used throughout the level. You know, it's like the first arena you fight is the Blood Angel, so you get to fight more of it. It's a fun demon to fight, you know.
Yes.
Yeah. What else do you want to say about the demons? Had any dreams about them lately?
You talking about the new demon?
Yeah. Any?
Oh yeah, definitely. I had a dream about him.
Okay. What?
I'm not gonna get into it.
Come on,
but I had a dream.
this
Fine, I'll tell one dream. That's it. Only one.
Okay. Go ahead.
All right. So this, I wake up, all right, in the street, and I'm in the Holts, right? And then, like, I'm looking around. I'm like, I'm confused. I'm like, wait, this is not my bed. And then I look up. There's the Blood Angel just staring down at me, And then he comes swooping down. But then, as he's coming swooping down, he turns into a big, giant penis.
Okay. Wait, what?
It goes into my mouth, and I eat it. And then next thing you know, and then I wake up, and that's it. That's the end.
That's it?
Yes.
That's the shortest dream I've ever heard. You wake up in like a cold sweat.
Yeah.
Man, Adam, I'm gonna be surprised if you don't draw Rule 34. I'm gonna be honest with you. You say some weird stuff about these demons. Don't even get me started on the Dark Lord, Adam. We aren't even on DLC 2.
You're the Dark Lord.
You get to see his feet. Wait until the ending, Adam. Then you get to see his feet, okay? We'll talk about his feet.
I love his feet.
Alright. So, let's talk about the boss fight.
Man, you are ugly!
Hey, shut up! I'm sensitive, okay? I am one of the hardest bosses in the game, you know.
Yeah, I know! Is there anything I can do so that I don't have to fight you?
No, you have to fight me again! Because you're at the boss fight section. You can't do the boss fight section without putting boss fight footage.
No!
Oh, Howie!
You little pansy! You little pansy! Continue the dang podcast, you freak!
Okay, sorry.
Slayer! You humiliated us out of our dang minds! Now, We ask for revenge. Done.
Slayer, you beat my cubes. Now I will help you.
Thank you, Trial of Malagog.
You're welcome. Up you go. Up you go. Back to the podcast.
Now, okay, there's only one complaint I have leading up to the boss fight. I done said this. The fact that one of the hardest arenas is right before the boss fight is a little crazy. You're exhausted by the time you get into the boss fight, and that's not a good thing. But we're not gonna start with cons. We're gonna start on a high note. So, Adam, what do you like about the boss fight? How about you start with the cutscene? What do you like about the cutscene?
You're talking about the cutscene that leads into the boss fight?
Yeah, the one where he's like, "Your reckless submission ends now."
I think that scene is pretty cool because now we're like fighting like Samuel Hayden now. And some people don't like Samuel Hayden because of what he did in 2016, which I completely agree. He's kind of a bitch for doing that.
Yeah.
And
he was kind of selfish in this DLC. At first he was like, "Oh, save them! It's the only way. Grab the Father's life sphere and save us all." Now he's like, "Oh, it'll save me! Oh, you gotta save me from the corruption! You gotta save me!" And he started to become a selfish little know-it-all. And that made you, I think that they did that on purpose because they made you want to kill him. Even though a lot of people really like Samuel Hayden, I did, but I didn't like his role in Eternal, and I didn't like how he acted in the DLC. So I was like, "Frick this guy! I'm gonna freaking grab him, choke him to death."
I'm freaking choking. But now talking about the boss fight, I think I would first want to just talk about the arena, just of the boss fight. I like the arena of the boss fight because like most boss fights, the arena is kind of lame because it's just like sometimes it's just like a plain like circle or like square arena, but with this, like the first. With the first phase of the boss fight, it's kind of like that, but like the arena changes, and that's what I like. I like how the arena changes, and
every single phase is different. There's even one phase where you don't fight him; you just survive waves of cacodemons, and in the electric, and there's an electric floor.
Yeah.
Which is another arena in the... Oh, I forgot to mention, there was like one arena where the floor just becomes electric, and cacodemons and pain elements spawn. I love that arena, but that's besides the point. One thing I really like about the boss fight is it's just fun. You know, the fact... Okay, it's a really simple AI boss fight. The Samus just... One phase, he's just letting other demons' AI take over with the spirit faces, okay? And then in another phase, he's literally just flying around the room shooting projectiles. It's a simple AI. But the fact that the arena changes and there's different spirited demons and there's more attacks that he does and there's more demons on the battlefield. There's just so much variety, and that's really cool. That's really fun. But nothing is okay. Perfect. Nothing is good without its flaws. So, what do you not like about it?
I have to point this out, and everyone probably, like, almost everyone in their, like, freaking, their fucking sons and fucking grandmas hated phase where he spawns 2 demons, and then he puts spirits in those 2 demons. And I really hated that, because, one, it's already enough dealing with one spirited or possessed demon But putting 2 and having to kill them is just so frustrating because the spirit itself is just already frustrating like enough. But when you put 2, like for example, when you put like a freaking spirit in a pain element, oh my god.
I hate the spirit and pain elemental. Jesus Christ. God. Oh, I hated those spirit phases too. Like, especially the fact. Okay, there's another thing that I don't like. The little floating eyeballs I could do without. You know, those don't really add anything, and you get. And if they're there so you can have an ammo resource, first of all, there's zombies everywhere. Second of all, there's blood angels everywhere. So I just don't see no reason they're there. And the fact that they have area of effect damage is a little stupid. Yes, they're pretty easy to kill, but like sometimes you just don't know they're there because they have such a wide range of damage. They're so dumb, and they're not in all of the phases. I don't even know if they're in the spirit phases, but they're just annoying as frick. But one last complaint I have. I'm not sure if the inclusion of the Blood Angel is a good thing or not. I'm leaning towards a good thing, but the fact that he's there, it kind of screws.
I think why it screws you is that you're talking about that phase where
the fourth phase, right before the spirit.
You're talking. You know that one phase that like. You know, the arena's like all crazy, and then he like summons 2 demons, puts like a spirit in the pain elemental, and then puts like a spirit in the
Dread Knight.
In the Dread Knight, and then like I'm pretty sure a Blood Angel spawns there, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And
there's a Blood Angel, and
I think
every phase.
I think that itself is just annoying because like not only are you having to deal with like 2 possessed demons, you're also having to deal with the Blood Angel.
Yeah, it's a lot to take in. But the boss fight is still pretty cool. You get to punch him in the face at one point. I think this is I think I'd rate the boss fight overall about a 7 out of 10. Like compared to it's a good boss fight, but like compared to the other boss fights, the only thing that's really keeping the boss fight like really cool is the variety in the arena. I love the Gladiator boss fight, but it has good AI. And that's why. The arena is so dumb. It's just a circle. Like, remember the Gladiator boss fight? It's just a circle. That's not fun or interesting. But in this arena, every phase is different. Nearly. And I like that. But, you know, still, it's a good boss fight. What else would you say about it before we start talking about the ending?
That's really my main problems with it. Like, some of the phases were dumb, like the spirit phases were freaking difficult. And then that spiritual freaking pain element can just screw off. The floating, like you said, like how you pointed out, the floating eyes are just dumb and they can frick off. Maybe they wouldn't be so bad if, like, not only do they do a lot of damage, they also slow you down. Maybe if it didn't slow you down, maybe they wouldn't be as bad. But I mean, the boss fight.
It's not like necessarily the weakest thing in the DLC, though.
But, definitely not.
You know, it's still pretty whack. But okay, let's talk about the ending and this part. Okay, I feel like I have the need to point this out, but this part is going to be entirely unscripted. Okay, this is just our thoughts. So, I want to hear this because I don't know if you've told me this before, but what was your first reaction to that? Like, because we've been going up to this boss fight. We beat it. He, like, flies away. No, he doesn't fly away. Vega saves him, and he's like, oh, it's your fault, but it's irreversible. And then he and the Dark Lord's there. And we've been, like, going up to this point thinking the Dark Lord is just this, like, big giant man. big boy, and he's just got big giant horns, and he's just gonna be another bland demon. But what was your reaction to the fact that, oh my gosh, it's just me?
I think that's just great because like it would have just been so bland if it was just like a big giant freaking huge demon that's just on freaking steroids, like that just has horns and stuff like that. That wouldn't be so. That wouldn't.
Lame.
It would be lame, but like knowing that the Dark Lord is just basically like that's you. It's just great itself because like some people say that the only person that can beat the Slayer is the Slayer himself, and I think that's just great overall.
Yeah. You're still talking about it? You gotta talk about the feet. Now that we're still...
Man, let me tell you about the Dark Lord, man. Alright, the feet is one thing, right? But seeing his sexy self open his eyes up, man, I had a freaking orgasm. Let me tell you, a full-on orgasm. Like a full...
why didn't it scroll down to his lower waist, man?
Man, I don't know. Freaking software, man. I hope you freaking realize what you've done. Now I can't. Now I won't know how big his penis is.
Is it a 3-inch or is it a 20-inch? We'll never know.
Or maybe it's like a 70-inch.
Holy frick, Adam, Jesus. It's gonna be bigger than that room. Yeah, and it's like a 12-mile penis.
That'd been a great scene. Just him, like his penis just slithering around the Slayer, just gripping him.
That's so weird. So weird. Slithering around like a snake. I can't unsee that now. God dang it.
But I don't know that.
God dang it. Jesus. You're a Rule 34 artist, aren't you?
Yeah, I gotta start drawing.
But in all seriousness, though, when I saw that cutscene, I was just, it was something I was completely not expecting. I was just expecting it to be like, I got big muscles, I'm a big demon! But no, it's something that you don't really expect because, like you said, the only thing that can kill the Doomslayer is himself. And whether the second DLC did that or not is to be decided. I think it'd be really cool to fight yourself, you know? This is just first time playing through it, but like just imagine a fight against him with it's so sad now that I've seen new DLC, but just imagine a fight with him where he has all your weapons or to some degree, and y'all heal the same way, and it's just a constant tug of war. Like you can kill him just as easily as he can kill you, you know? But over time, over like practice, it slowly becomes apparent that or maybe he like learns from your strategy or something. I don't know, man. Man, it's a topic I'll have to discuss when we talk about the second episode, you know?
Yeah.
I just thought that. So what do you think about the ending overall? Now, with the context of the second episode.
How do I feel like? How do I feel about the this DLC?
No, the ending. Just the ending. Right now. Like, not first time seeing it, just like right now.
I would say, like, I don't know. I don't really know how to put words into this because, like, sometimes I go back and play the DLC one and it kind of still shocks me that the Dark Lord is you. It still kind of shocks me to this day. It's really cool though.
So let's talk about the our overall rating of this level, and then we're gonna take a break, and then we're gonna talk about our summary of the DLC. Okay.
Okay.
So what would you rate this whole level as?
I would say an 8.
Okay. Why?
Well, what brings it down a little bit is that the ending's great. The ending doesn't bring it down. It's the boss fight, and kind of the design of the level kind of brings it down. Just because because a few areas are like copy and pasted. It feels like it's copy and pasted from Urdak and stuff like that. And the boss fight itself, was fun and everything, but the AI of it was not very good. The arena was cool though. The arena changing and stuff like that was I really liked that. But the phases with the spirits and stuff like that, and summoning the floating eyeballs was, I don't know, was just kind of whack to me.
And that's what brings it down for me.
Yeah, that's what it brings it. And the music brings it down also.
Don't get me wrong, this DLC is really good and everything I wanted out of the DLC, but there's always going to be that one level that people, well, I don't want to be like everyone different. There's always going to be that one level that that people have an opinion on that's just not as good as the rest, and this one's mine. And I hate to end on a low note, but this level overall, it's really good. I can't say, I don't want to compare it to other campaign levels, but there are a couple of, there's a lot of other campaign levels that were worse. I didn't really like Sentinel Prime was just the boss. I'm not gonna say that, but I didn't really like Exultia on multiple playthroughs. And I don't mean that in a bad way. It's a cool design. And again, we're gonna talk about that when we talk about the campaign. But the beginning is just. Oh, did I say Exultia? I meant Taras Nabad.
Yeah.
It's very similar to Exultia. That's what I was gonna say. It's literally just the first half of Exultia again. I think. Oh, from that perspective, I think Taras Nabad is the most forgettable level in the entire normal campaign. But again, I'm starting to ramble on that one.
Yeah.
But I rated it an 8 as well. And I believe everything that you said about it. It's got problems, but it's not the worst.
Yep.
We are going to take a break now. We're going to talk about the summer. Before we go, do you want to say anything, Adam? You don't?
Bagels.
Classic. It's bad. Actually, Adam, I wonder how many times you've said bagels this entire podcast.
Oh, not enough. I'll tell
not
you that
enough.
much.
No, not enough. It's not been a lot.
I've said penis more times than I have said bagel.
Yes, you said penis so many times. And right before we end this, I told Adam to say penis after he stopped talking every single time. It'd be funny, but he didn't do it. You ruined it.
I forgot about it, but at least I said penis.
No, say it. Say it right now. Say it.
Penis.
No, don't say it yet. Say it at a random time while I'm talking. Okay. So, we are going to take a break. Okay. And we are going
penis.
to go. Just waiting for you to say it.
It shouldn't be that funny.
It's not. It's just. Sure.
The frickin' the Dark Lord's a slithering penis.
Shut up! Shut up! I'm ending it now, okay? We'll be back after this ad break.
Penis!
You imbecile! You thought that was the end of the video? Of course there's a blooper reel! What are you, new to this channel? Now enjoy.
You heard me, AJ.
No.
Now rape me.
You heard him.
Now
No.
rape me. Now rape me.
What are y'all doing right now?
There's a such thing as a 5-burst LMG? Why would you make a burst LMG?
I don't know.
That's probably
Jordan,
the deadliest
what
thing.
is the noise you make when you're upset?
Wait, what?
What is the
I don't-
noise that you make when you're upset?
I don't think I make a noise. That is not the noise I make. Do not listen to that.
I know that's the noise you make when you're upset. What about you, Jordan?
No.
What's the noise you make
I don't.
when you're upset?
Say it.
It's what? Imagine doing that, like he's upset and then he just goes.
Alright,
Uh-huh.
you have to answer a series of questions.
Alright, sure.
Actually,
Why
I've
not?
already answered a
No, it's
serious
not dim
question. I'm not answering
It's not
anything.
dim questions.
I don't care. I've already answered too many questions.
I'll answer them. I'll answer them.
Yeah,
Me
I
and
don't
Jordan will
wanna
answer them.
Alright,
I'm gonna kill you.
what is
I'm only answering one.
the bulgy wulgy in your pants?
Penis.
What?
My
Alright. No, on the other side.
oh,
What?
my asshole.
The
ass.
other side.
My asshole.
What about
Yes, my
what about the
asshole
belly
bulges.
button?
The penis annihilator 42060.
I said the belly button.
Oh, that's the cock torture armpit.
What about
I gotta come up with a new name for that one, like the penis poppity potato.
okay, what about the armpit?
How do you come up with these names?
You said, what about the what?
Armpit.
He has to think about it.
Shit stain 420.
Okay. What about the eyeball?
The pee eradicator.
The mouth.
The cum eater.
What about what what about the what about the nose?
The
Yeah,
shit
nosy
sucker
rosy.
40.
Okay.
I mean,
What about the
it's not far off.
The ass eater.
Okay, look. I want. Okay, I'm gonna ask 3 more. Okay, and I want you to
Okay.
answer them. But you have to. It has to be something just completely not what it actually is. Like if I say,
Okay.
what is a potato chip? You're gonna be like, oh, that's a taco.
Okay. Okay.
Like,
okay.
but like more random than that. Okay.
Okay.
What is
okay.
an apple?
The thing that I usually use a bathroom with.
What is toilet paper then?
A ham sandwich.
Okay, and finally, what is that big floppy thing that you find at the end of your mouth at the middle of November?
I say the December leprechaun that rapes me every 4 days. December leprechaun!
It's not November.
What? Oh, you said November.
December.
Oh.
Okay. Y'all have all been goofed because I've been recording this whole time.
Oh no! That's for the I am gay.
Louder. They didn't hear you.
They?
The ancient gods,
They.
Adam. The ancient gods.
You're recording this, aren't you?
No. I'm not. Adam, I have enough footage for the blooper reel, okay? I'm trying to get the curse broken. Just tell me that phrase again. Not while I'm speaking, say it again.
I am gay.
Alright, here's the final thing you have to do, alright? Alright, so, say these words. Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga.
Okay, I'm done. I can't do this anymore. Fine. Alright. Wait, okay, I think I got it. Okay, what'd you say?
My mom.
That's not what you said.
My mom. I love you, AJ. I love you, Ubu.
Okay.
I love you, X3.
I caught you in 4K.
X3. I knew you were recording. I knew you were recording.
So much blooper footage. We're recording now.
Hey, people. Suck my penis.
Ha! See, here's the joke. He thinks that we're recording right now when we're actually not.
See, here's the joke, people. AJ thinks that I think that he's recording, but I actually think he's not.
How?
How?
Why?
Why?
How?
How?
Shut up! Just repeating what I say.
Oh, okay. Shut up! You're just repeating what I say.
Going in the dang blooper reel.
Me and a maidress.
I don't know about that. What's up? Sandwich recording.
Popeye's chicken sandwich.
Popeye's chicken sandwich. Pee 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 pee. I'm pee pee.
What the
Hell Knight
doing?
I can't believe you've done this.